I'm sure it's been a lot of learning going on, and I'm glad we are at least meeting virtually. Shariq Mirza from Assurety. Um, Quick agenda, goals, challenges, solutions, benefits, proof points, summary. If there's any questions at the end. I guess the goal is all of you really want to sell more mail. You want to increase your profits. You want to improve your customer experience for your mail owners and your agencies, marketing agencies you support. Challenges with Seamless, of course, include a lot of anxieties and stresses, additional costs. Mail owners can see your reports, fear of the unknown, the regulations. Every time regulations come in, we think almost always our brain only makes negative assumptions. So everything is supposed to be negative, but those are some of the anxieties we go through. A lot of complexities within the rules. You're of course concerned about the non-compliance invoices being sent your way. You're guilty until you're proven innocent. Cost of labor, you definitely need at least one more person in your shop who understands data. And if you have multiple plants with our software, you still need just one. You don't need 5 people. Cost of software, additional time you have to go through. And of course, a lot of data challenges. We have, at least we've added a couple more customers just in the last 30 days from NAPM. I see Prescott was on. But the challenges they're going through are very similar, having to deal with data, formatting issues, scorecard versus IAV data formats, issues related to I don't have a job ID in scorecard, scorecard doesn't have 45 days older data, etc. And so those are a lot of troubleshooting challenges that some of the customers that we encountered have been dealing with. And I think in our case, we are offering a teaming partner through this journey where you want to sell more mail, you want to be profitable, you want to cut your costs. And we definitely understand your anxieties and your challenges, operational and financial. And we are here to, as teaming partners, to offer both support and solutions. Seamless, if you think about software, it must support preparation, validation, reconciliation. When we talk about preparation, we're talking about, comprehensive editing, making sure your serial numbers are correct, making sure your mid-serial uniqueness is correct. If you have 4 plants, you need 1 server where we have a centralized solution where you can manage all of your plants data in a single place in a web-based solution, generate your print labels, automating all of your spoilage. When it comes to seamless specific validations, you have barcode uniqueness, Bio4. We are also, what we've done in working with some of our customers, we've linked the print file data from your floor, from your machines into the software, so we can validate before any data is uploaded to make sure you're not sending bad barcode data or missing barcode information. We're validating your dates. We're doing all of the internal validations. And then if you do end up with an undocumented, we have developed very quick 2-minute, it takes 2 minutes across your plants to see not just if you found a match with undocumented, but was there something similar? Was there something older than 45 days old? And so we've made it very easy for you to troubleshoot and manage some of those data-related issues with undocumented as well as other errors. At the end of the day, we're offering the future, which is a single solution, single centralized software that can support multiple plants. And definitely ask us sometime April, May, we are going live with our analytics platform where we will be offering not just tracking, but operational analytics and some marketing analytics as well. The benefits, of course, that I know many of the folks have already discussed, besides the incentives, you can run in parallel, you can run 24/7 with Seamless. You can definitely avoid a lot of workflow bottlenecks within your process. You can increase the float on pay as you go. And at the end of the day, because you're getting feedback, you can improve your operations, the productivity in your plants, and the quality of the products. We are here to support you. As I said, we've been adding more. We've just added 2 more NAPM members just in the last 30 days. If you're asking for references, we can share those with you. Remember, it's all about making sure your software supports all 3 processes: preparation, reconciliation, validation. And we are here to help you sell more mail. Very easy to work with us. Ask us for a quick demo. We can set up a free trial for you on our own environment. It takes a couple of days for us to do that, and you can test with your own data, quickly test all the functionality you need to test, and you move into production. If there are any questions, I'm here to answer. And this information is around Joe Bailey. I know most of you know Joe. He joined us probably almost 7-8 months ago, or almost a year ago. Any questions, I'm here to answer. I don't have the same background as Mr. Bush, but it's just my office right now.
We do have a couple of questions in the chat since we have a minute. First one is, do you have to have a license for SQL Server to use your software?
We can work with the SQL Express. So if you're not an enterprise big entity, the software works very well with SQL Express, which is free. And if you are a big organization that has a SQL Server, then yes. I think primarily the idea is if you are doing, billions of pieces, then it's better to do it on SQL Server than to do it on SQL Express. But SQL Express is there for small and mid-volume mailers. Any other questions?
Sorry, I was muted. The second question was, what does it mean to be a web-based software application, and what are the advantages?
A lot of advantages. If you're using some of the other software that's around, you're updating each PC each time there's a software upgrade needed. If you have multiple plants, you're updating every server each time. With web-based, you can access it from your home, or when you are in Italy, although you would not want to do that when you're on vacation, but you can access the software from anywhere. Of course, it's installed in your own environment, but because it's web-based, it's very easily manageable. The software costs of managing it are very low. Ease of use, everybody's more used to you being on the web these days, so the workflows are very easy to use. And as I said, we have references from NAPM members also if you want to reach out to Joe, and we'll share those with you.
All right, thank you. That's all I have in the chat, including the private chat. Does anybody want to unmute and ask a question, either for Assurety or Fluence?
So Shariq, this is Bob.
Hey, Bob.
How are you?
All right.
Since your company has been connected with DTAC and Postal and all that other good stuff, you've probably already seen the 10-year strategic plan that PMG's got. So what are your thoughts on if will we ever migrate to web services and API and things like that for communication and eDoc and stuff? Or is it always just going to be the mail.net?
So there is a lot of, on the postal side, of course, there's a lot of last couple of years, they've been moving more and more to microservices. And I think I heard some of these discussions with Bob Shimmick and Plunkett on the DTAC side. And I think they had a meeting with Preetha just last week. The issue becomes the cost, Bob, on both sides. So if redoing it will cost, I don't know, $50-100 million on the postal side, because mail.net touches so many different platforms. And it's a similar issue, on, at least I've seen in the past, on the industry side, where there is If there's clear ROI to show people, I think I've seen it. It takes 3 years. I remember we came up with the postage, you know, the unified price engine file. Everybody really was against it on the industry side. They hated the idea, and now I know a lot of people, a lot of vendors who love that concept. So it just takes, change is slow in our industry. I think we can get there if we can show ROI, and if we can show productivity and ease of doing business will improve, then absolutely we can get there.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anybody else? We've got, I think, 1 more minute. Any last questions or comments? Okay, well then thank you to both of you, not just for your presentation, but for your support of our event. As we've said before, we couldn't hold this event without our sponsors, so we very much appreciate that. For the attendees, we're going to take a half-hour break. So when you come back at 1 o'clock Eastern, you will click on that next session at the 1 o'clock, and we'll hear from some more of our industry experts. And then that will be followed by our education session, which you certainly don't want to miss. We're going to talk more about seamless and also informed visibility, more from the NAPM and mailer perspective. So be sure to tune back in for those 2 great events. And enjoy your break. Take some time to go visit the sponsors. You can catch, you know, Fluence and Assurety and our other sponsors, perhaps in their booth. So take some time to visit them and check out what they have to offer. Thank you.